All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wyndburgh. We're back in action as we normally are. I just realized that my little raid thingy is the old one. Uh, there it is. I did for the Midnight Pals stuff. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Wyndburgh. I'm very happy to have you all here today. I believe I have to turn on chroma key for that. But hello,
Bummer.
welcome. We're back, and a small update for players and audience alike. Um, Tess and Rowan, who play Kira Vakri, Anamen, and Gimnir the Unnamed, respectively, will not be joining us for today's session. They are taking a break from the campaign uh, due to personal reasons. And I'd like to thank them for being a part of our campaign for 42 sessions, 41 sessions, I should say. And I hope that they're able to join us again in the future. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Today we're joined by Emily, who plays Ethilden. Say hi, Emmy.
What's good?
We're also joined by Czar, who plays Saltbrook.
Yeah.
And we're also joined by Yek, who plays Dale.
It's okay. I can also splash into Paladin if need be. I'm a bard after all.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, welcome everyone. We are the back, and I just realized I need to fix our reactive images because right now it's a splash of a bunch of different people, none of which are our D&D characters.
Yes,
There we go.
I'm Dan Hung.
No, you're Dale again.
Ah, damn it. Actually, I'm a changeling, so I can change into whoever I want.
That is very true. Well, welcome back, everyone. Last time we were here, we witnessed the sacrifice of Judd, father of Egson, and the return of Grimorian Dragmire. We also saw an apparition of Bahamut, the dragon god Bahamut. And as Bahamut disappears, Ethilden, Thalion returns to his normal self. And as Grimorian stands in the middle of all of you, he looks around and takes a deep breath, even though Warforged don't need to breathe specifically. You see him take a deep breath. It is good to be back. And as he says these words, there is almost an electric blast behind him from inside the Father Forge, and he turns around, and there's this light that begins to emanate. Everyone is pushed backwards 5 feet by this shockwave. And suddenly, 2 images appear. One of them bathed in blue light, and the other bathed in green light. And as they begin to look around, they focus their eyes on Grimorian. And this green apparition looks at all of you, and then at Grimorian, and speaks.
So, it seems that your plan has been successful, Light.
And the blue hologram turns over to the side and looks at the green one. It appears indeed Greetings, Mark X. And he stares at Grimorian. Grimorian sort of looks around and looks back at Slayer, who sort of throws his shoulders up in a shrug. And he continues. If you are seeing this hologram, it means you have found one of the precious things we have granted you. It means that you have attained something that was not intended for you. I am Dr. Light Kenneth, and I am honored to address you. This is Dr. Weil Kenneth, my brother. And as he speaks this, you can tell that his form sort of glitches. This is essentially a hologram that you're looking at. And he continues. The capsule upgrade system is a testament to our dedication to leveling the playing field for all Warforged, ensuring that you, too, can shine in this ever-changing world. Within each capsule lies concentrated magic energy, purpose-built to imbue you with upgrades and enhancements. These capsules will grant you the strength and abilities needed to stand firm against stronger adversaries. But remember, my dear creation, use this power wisely. These upgrades are meant to aid you in your journey, but they are not without limits. Use them wisely and sparingly, for their energy is not boundless. And the message begins to play again. The same motions that they undertook before repeat, seem to be stuck in a loop. And suddenly, they vanish into thin air. Grimorian turns around to Slayer and asks him, "Do you have any idea what those meant?" And Slayer produces a small pod. Ethilden, you have seen this before, same as you, Saltbrook. You both saw this during your battle with a Sararak here at the Father Forge. And Slayer dropped these when he seemed to have been killed. And Slayer hands it to Grimorian. And as Grimorian examines it, he asks Slayer, "What are these?" And Slayer looks over at you, Ethilden, and he begins to sign once again. He signs to you, "I found these in what I can only explain as a capsule, the type of place that you would enter. And once I entered it, I heard their voices, the images we saw here. And I was granted these. I did not know what they could do, but they prevented me from death."
I relay what he's saying out loud.
Okay. Grimorian looks over at you, Ethel. And he speaks to Slayer. "It stopped you from dying. That should not be possible. In fact, it should not be possible that I have returned. And don't get me wrong, I am very, very thankful that I am, but I should not be alive." And Slayer falls to one knee, bowing his head to Grimorian. And Grimorian is visibly taken aback, like, "Oh, all right. No, please, just stand up." And Slayer continues to sign. "This is a sign, Dragmire." And he looks at you, Ethilden, to relay it.
He says this is a sign.
As soon as you say this, Ethel, You see that Grimorian's brow furrows. No, I don't want to hear it. And Slayer looks at you, almost panicked in a sense. And he signs, "This is a sign of the Omnissiah."
Well, Ethel's heard that now before a couple times, so she kind of looks funky as well, and she just repeats out loud, Omnissiah, like just the word.
Grim hunches his shoulders slightly. And Slayer pushes Gimnir out of the way, and Slayer, very much trying to get your attention, just moves directly towards you and continues signing. And he says, "You have to tell him. He is the Omnissiah. He has completed the prophecy. He's refusing to accept it."
I kind of like try to like put like a comforting hand out to Slayer, like, it's all right, my guy. And then he says, you're denying that you fulfilled the prophecy. You are the Omnissiah.
I fulfilled no prophecy. The Omnissiah already exists. It is a physical person. Slayer, you have met him as well. And Slayer, upon hearing this, he just shakes his head and he signs, "Yes, but he has not died and returned. Warforged do not return. You did."
I repeat that out loud.
Grimorian just shakes his head and says, "It's been a long day, and I understand your faith, Slayer, but I am not the Omnissiah. You are mistaken. Whatever transpired here today had nothing to do with the prophecy of the Omnissiah. I am just a regular Warforged, just like you." And Slayer just sort of throws his hands up in frustration.
I've never seen him so emotional.
It's understandable. Most Warforged are very religious, especially those that come from our faction.
So we've learned. But you must be exhausted, or whatever it may be.
I feel like I haven't been awake for years, if not decades. Feels good to be alive, I suppose. However, despite all of this, you have much to tell me. All of you have much to tell me. I've been able to keep up with all of you for a while, and I've seen most of what you've been through to bring me back. However, I have not seen everything. I'm sure all of you have very interesting tales to regale me with.
Let's go home then.
Yes. Let's go home. And you all make your way towards the teleportation circle. As you all begin to board Mochi's ship.
And my
You-
new one.
Yeah, and your new one.
It's being towed behind.
You see that Egson
Help.
looks back, trying to understand what transpired, what happened. And there is a sadness in his eyes. And upon your return to the airship, you see that Yol, the Leonine from before, is still there. I thought none of you would ever return. It's good to have you all.
The little rabble couldn't keep us down.
Trust me, I've heard that one before.
Judd? Nope, we don't have Judd
Oh.
anymore.
Oh.
He is risen.
2 resurrections in 1 day, baby.
Sure, let's go for another. Let's go for another Hail Mary. Why
Number
not?
2, baby.
Oh, Zanza Anzaru, thank you very much for your follow. Much appreciated.
Hey, Zanza, my boy.
Zanza, that's awesome.
Oh, thanks for reminding me to flex. Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go again. How many months?
I don't know. I have to log back in.
As you return to the safety of the downed dragon, you see that Mochi has figured out a way to tow the other ship, the Sanguine Plunderer, behind it. It's rough, but it's very much serviceable. And on top of the ship, you see Grimorian looking around, his eyes wide. Oh, thank you, Czar. 21 months. That's insane.
That wasn't me.
Hey.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that was Emmy.
Yeah, you douchebag.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I was expecting it to be Czar. That's my bad. Thank you,
I've been there for
sweetheart.
way longer than 21 months. What the hell?
Right? I
Emmy,
was
rotate him.
get rotated, idiot. And as you make it onto the ship, you notice that Yeol and Gimnir are talking in the corner. And Kira slumps down to the floor, taking deep breaths, and she seems so tired. And as Mochi sees Grimorian walk onto the ship, you see him for the first time since you've begun this trip. He leaves behind the helm and walks down over to him.
It is good to see you, kid. How you feel?
It's very good to be back, Mochi. How are you?
Just hanging in there. Got my ass handed to me by a weird revenant who used to be my friend, but doing all right. How about yourself? How's the old dragon man?
You mean Bahamut?
Yeah, how's the old rascal doing?
He's fine. He and I had plenty of time to talk.
Good, good. So I'm assuming he told you like all the stuff you need to know.
Well, not all of it, but he did clarify a few things. It's good to be back.
And it's good to have you back. You're essentially my big metal son, so I'm glad to have you. So, where are we headed?
And he makes his way back to the helm. And as Grim stands there, he sort of looks around. And he looks at you, Saltbrook, and he's like, I didn't notice this before, but your armor, it's new. What happened to it?
It's actually quite old, but to skip the pedantics, it's a relic.
Right. Well, I didn't know that you got new armor. In fact, I have no idea where you could have possibly gotten it. But I'm happy for you, Saltbrook. I'm glad you're still around.
Thanks. Where else would I go?
Well, I don't know. When I left, you were still sort of figuring out whether you wanted to stay with us or not. I'm glad you decided to stay.
Figured you'd need it. We have to. After all, you kind of keeled over when I came in, so I'd feel bad if I left you another man down.
That is true. I did get almost cut in half.
Yes.
Good to be alive.
I'm glad to have you back.
Ethel, as you're standing on the ship, you hear Kirith sort of sneak up behind you. So, are you gonna, I don't know, introduce me? Say hello?
Sure, come on. Grim, your number 1 fan here. This is Kirith. She asked me to
Oh.
introduce you.
Hello. How are you? Hello. So you're Grammarian, huh? And she walks immediately, like, really, really close to him. And she's, like, essentially inspecting him up and down. Like, yeah, okay. Metal, huh? Made of metal, like robot. Yes, I am essentially a construct. Though I can also appear to, be slightly different tonight. Different, huh? How different? And he immediately glamours himself into flesh. Dale, you see this, and it's very similar to how you transform and how you shift. And you see him take on the appearance of a human man. And
Fascinating.
as he looks back at you, he says, "Something tells me that you are also able to do something like this, yes?"
I mean, I have alter self, so
Hmm.
more or less.
Fantastic. There's two of us now. Dale,
I
give me
need
a
to roll for
perception
deception.
check.
That's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie.
Give me
Hold
a
on, give me a sec.
perception
Oh,
check
perception.
from you. And Saltbrook, I need a religion check from you.
I forgot where my dice is, so I'm just gonna roll the thing.
It's gonna be a flat 10 from me.
Okay.
I got a 14 for perception.
Okay.
I need to
Dale,
find my dice.
Dale, you have never seen eyes like his. You've seen people from all over the place with blue eyes, green eyes, red eyes, purple eyes, black eyes, completely white, blind eyes, but you have never seen eyes like his. Yellow.
Ooh.
And Saltbrook, that was a 15, you said?
10.
10. On a 10, you can't explain it, but there is an inkling of divinity about him. Something is different than before. And you also notice that his eyes didn't used to be this color. They used to be black. He has returned, and his disguised self, which he controls, appears now to have yellow eyes. You also notice that as he disguises himself, his wooden arm does not change into flesh. It continues to be wooden.
No.
And he turns back around to speak to Kirith. And he reverts himself to his metallic warforged form. This real quick.
Rod, really quick.
Yes.
Can I, as he's looking at me, can I roll insight real quick?
Yes. What are you trying to figure out?
Does he know?
Does he know what specifically? You can message it to me.
Well, does he know my true form? Because,
Oh, sure. You can roll that.
Yep. Well, I mean, I might know, but my character won't.
Right.
19.
A 19. You don't detect anything that would suggest that he knows what your true form is.
Gotcha.
You can tell that he knows that you are able to change forms like him. He detects a kindred spirit in being able to switch their forms.
Gotcha.
So, Kirith, you are former friends with Mochi, correct? Yes, I am former Sentinel of Adum. Right. Those guys. And he looks over his shoulder and sort of waits for approval from Mochi. Mochi nods and he says, "Ripley, correct? That is the Revenant." Kirith is visibly uncomfortable at the mention
of Ripley, and Grim picks up on it. Right, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. I apologize for that. I just want you to know, as long as I'm around, you're all safe from him. I'm going to keep tabs on him.
Thank goodness.
And Mochi gives the sign, essentially, for the ship to begin moving. And as it takes off, you will have 1 day of downtime as you fly from the Star Mounts to Wyndburgh. Everybody roll a d4 for me.
Okay. I should also probably use the healing song or
Delicious
song of rest.
one.
Just a flat roll 20.
Yeah, no, it's a D4.
Oh,
Yeah,
D4.
just a d4.
Just a flat D4. Gotcha.
Will this count as a long or short rest?
This will
I guess
count
it
as
depends on
a.
what we do.
It will count as a long rest.
Yeah, it's an entire day. I got a 3.
I got a 1.
Okay,
And I got a 2.
perfect.
Nice.
Dale, we're going to use the cramped quarters rule. You connect. You have a moment with someone on the ship on the way back. You get to choose who
Right.
that person is. It does not
So,
have
okay.
to be. It doesn't have to be a player.
Yeah, it could be an
that
NPC.
is currently here. It can be any of the characters present on the ship.
You know what? What was the Dragonborn child's name again?
Exon. His name is
Exon. I wanna go talk to Exon and see how he's holding up.
Okay.
Probably has a lot of trauma right about now.
Dale, as night begins to fall, and several hours have passed, you find Exon near the bow of the ship, and he looks very sad, very distant from everyone else, and as he stares out into the distance, he notices that you are approaching, and he turns over to you, and he says, "Oh, hi, Mr. Dale."
Mr. Dale, that's a little bit formal, huh? I'm just gonna like plop down, sitting on like the edge of the ship, like casually. I'm like the cool uncle. Nice sunset we have here, huh?
Yeah, it's all right.
Dale's just like, sort of like tapping his fingers. He doesn't really know how to do the whole like interpersonal like or like, you know, heart to heart like moments, so he's just like winging it on the spot. It's like, so how you holding up, champ?
Well, my dad is gone, and Mr. Grimm is back, which is nice. I just don't really know what to do.
Yeah, I've felt a lot like that during my travels as well. You know, just sometimes their time is their time, and they just have to exit stage left.
Mr. Dale?
Yes.
Have you ever lost anyone?
Anyone? I lost my friends. I lost a bunch of friends. I lost family. I lost a loved one. I lost people that I thought were my friends, but then turned out to try and betray and kill me. Were you asking for anybody in specific?
Well, do you ever get used to it?
Yeah. You do get used to it. Yeah. It's tough, but you know.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to it.
Ah, don't worry. Well, while he may be gone, I just sort of look at the rest of the party. Not to worry, because we're gonna live forever.
You are?
Yep. I am rolling deception. I am fucking lying out of my ass.
Rolls
for
a
this.
nat one, roll a nat one, roll a nat
Well,
one, roll a
I
nat
have
one.
advantage.
You will roll a nat one now.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry. Some people die. Except for us. We're gonna live forever. So first one is a 10. The next one is a 1. So I'm gonna take the 10, so 30.
You're lucky that it's
I
advantage.
was half called it.
You see Exon look out into the distance. I wish my dad lived forever.
Well, certain way he sort of does, doesn't he? In a
He does?
grand, yeah, in a grand sort of ephemeral sense. Can't you feel him? I feel
don't-
like he's standing beside us right now.
I don't know what ephemeral means.
They're in spirit. Also lying my ass out of this one. Lying out of my ass.
Oh. Well, I hope he's out there somewhere, and maybe he can see me.
I'm sure wherever he is, he definitely can.
If I am anywhere near this conversation, I'd like to give a side-eyed glance to Dale.
I'm headcanoning that we
Roll
all-
insight. Roll insight. Roll insight.
I bet.
Or would this be perception to hear me?
Perception would be.
Yeah, perception.
But I'm not gonna make
Perception?
them roll. I'm not gonna make them roll.
Yes.
Is it going to be
This
like
is
if they?
fine.
If they're
18, babe.
I mean, I'm not hiding it, so they definitely
Yeah.
would be able to hear this conversation. I am, however, lying out of my ass.
I will not impede, but I would like for my dialogue to be known that I'm looking at you and knowing you are lying your ass off.
Oh, I know. Don't worry.
Slash me casts Big Boulder.
All right, Ethel, you get a moment for cramped quarters with someone. Who will it be?
I feel like it needs to be Exon after that.
I feel it's just going to be Exit and Dale. Oh no.
Dale starts. He's rambling his ass off.
He's yapping.
He's just yapping. I'm sitting I'm like curled up with Thally and up like the back of the boat, right? And I go, psst. Psst. And like wave him over. It's like a little bit.
I'm gonna go talk to Aunt Ethel now.
You
Thank
go.
you, thank you
I'll
for talking
teach you
to
how
me,
to-
Mr. Dale.
Yeah, come around again, and I'll teach you how to throw knives.
Oh, okay. You promise?
Yeah, it's definitely better. It'll definitely have more punch than the rock you threw.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Dale.
Yep.
Did you hear that? He's gonna teach me how to throw knives.
What do you have there, Exit? A knife? No!
Whoa! Oh, it needs to be drawn immediately.
Ethel, as Exon approaches you, you see him just sort of staring at Thalion, like wide-eyed.
How are you holding up, sweetling?
Oh, well.
I shall return in a moment.
Yeah.
And
Who'd
as
you
you ask this, you just hear him go, and he just sort of hugs you, holds onto one of your legs.
Oh, I pull him in a big hug. We curl up against Stallion where he's nice and warm, and I pat his head.
I'm gonna miss my dad.
I'm gonna miss your dad too. He was a great friend of mine for many, many years. But I think he knew, be it in his heart, perhaps he didn't have much time left. Portals, we don't get to live as long as some of them.
I know. I knew it was gonna come eventually.
It doesn't make it easier.
No. You know, What doesn't make it easier, what makes it even less easy is that I know that I'm gonna be a teenager soon. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, that's rough. I'm not gonna lie, bud.
Were you a teenager once?
Many, many moons ago. Yes, I know I'm an old lady to you now, but hey,
Wait, how old are you, Miss Ethel?
I'm 125.
Whoa. Am I gonna be 125?
You very well could be.
How
I
old do
like how to-
Dragonborns live?
That's a great question.
I don't know. I'll find
I don't
out.
know.
Maybe Grandpa Mochi
Honestly,
knows.
I know Ithel knows, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be under common knowledge. I think dragonborns live up to like 500 years old.
I was gonna say it's got to be like elven levels, right?
Yeah.
They live around 80, actually. They're not very
Oh, okay.
long-lived.
I see.
All
I
right.
see.
Well,
But like 100 wouldn't be unheard of. Same with like human lifespans, right?
Sure.
How like 80 is the average, right? But
Well-
we regularly get 90 and 100-year-olds.
Apparently, most Dragonborn prefer to die in battle than to suffer the infirmities of old age.
Yeah, I feel
Quoting.
that.
good old Viking, Viking honor there. Very
Okay,
nice.
so there's a... Yeah. There's some weird consensus on it. Kobolds can live roughly for 120 years. Some people argue that because of that, Dragonborns would live longer.
See, I would think
Um,
so, based on pure, like, the dragon aspect.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, whatever Rod says, that'll just become canon now.
I was gonna say, I'm leaning towards longer lifespan on the Dragonborn here, if we're taking votes.
I don't know. Is that a thing we can do?
I don't know.
Can
but
we,
I'm-
Rod? Can we do lore by committee?
Can we?
Or, I suppose. I mean, if you give me a good enough reason, like if you make it, realistic of sorts, I'll allow it. I'm gonna say
realistic in the sense that
I'm gonna say-
a dragon.
I'm gonna say Dragonborn live to be roughly at around 150.
All right, fair enough.
I concur.
Yeah. Especially Eggson being an ancient Dragonborn and all.
Well,
Yeah.
I told him he was going to live forever, so
Yeah, I would have
150.
been, because I thought Vertucci was like, pretty up there in age, kind of alongside me.
Vertucci was, yes. Vertucci is 400 years old. Was.
Yeah. And he was an ancient dragonborn, so yeah, that's where we're getting the long life. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter, I guess.
It's a matter of lineage. We'll see how long he lives.
Yeah, whatever.
I hope I get to be 120. That'd be cool. I'll be an old man. I have a big beard. Big bushy beard. It's like Mochi.
I think you will.
Thank you, Miss Ethel. Means a lot to me.
Yeah. You want to cuddle up with us tonight?
Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
I return.
And he runs over to Thalion, and he struggles to lift his wing, and Thalion wakes up and sees it, and just lifts his wing up for Eggson to curl up.
Yeah.
And
it's
And
like
as
yeah.
Eggson gets in there, Thalion lowers his wing and just sort of snuggles him up.
My two little red dragons.
I imagine it's like a big dog when like a child is like playing with him, and then the dog is
Right.
just sort of like standing there. It's like, what? Oh, okay, sure, whatever.
Like the
Essentially.
Saint Bernard, where like the kids start hanging off him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we have Saltbrook.
Yes.
Who would you like to talk to?
Seems like Eggson is distracted LARPing with the dragon.
Confront Dale the liar.
Not the existential dragon larping. No.
No. I think I will walk over to Dale.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just sitting on the side. I'm still like sitting on the side. I'm actually going to be playing with a knife in preparation to teach
Teach
him how to throw knives.
Teach the boy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's got to learn. He's got to learn new skills, probably. Maybe he'll join a circus like I did at one point.
I imagine this isn't you talking out of character. You're rambling to yourself right now.
Yes, yes, it is. Totally, 100%.
I heard
So-
what you were saying to the boy.
Yeah. Which part?
Living forever? Really?
Oh, yeah. It's kids.
Kids that just watch someone who couldn't live forever, die.
Oh, it gives him hope if he knew that we couldn't die.
Doesn't give him hope, it gives him false reality.
False hope is better than no hope, I find.
I disagree with that sentiment.
Agree to disagree then.
No. Slash me consumes you. Yummy. I find it's better to know what you are up against and what you're dealing with than it is to just simply tell a fallacy as such.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to be completely candid with the young Dragonborn boy when he's fighting another gigantic monster.
Don't be coy, Dale. You know what I mean. You need not sugarcoat it like it's some fantasy, but you don't need to tell him the exact truth either.
He's gonna learn the truth one way or another. You might as well just give him a little bit of comfort before then. Before his innocence is completely taken away from him.
It just was. He watched his father die before his very eyes.
So, again, minor comfort.
And there's no comfort in that sort of lie.
Yeah, he seems to be pretty comfortable right about now. Looking over at him sleeping next to the dragon.
He's playing with a dragon. Who wouldn't be excited?
Touche.
All right. We'll leave that there.
Yes.
You all notice that towards the end of the night, you see Gimnir leave the side of Yale and walk over to Kira. You don't get to hear the exchange, but for the first time in a while, you see Kira, after they speak, you see Kira give a slight nod, and she hugs Gimnir. They hug for about a minute. And once they let go, Gimnir walks back over to where Yol is and gives him a nod. Yol offers his hand, and the two shake hands together. When you look back to Kira, she seems to be visibly distraught. As morning comes, you see the sun rising in the east. Sorry, rising in the west. That's how things work in Faerun.
You could have just said that's how it works in this world, and we totally would have believed you.
Yeah, no, it rises in the west.
Yes. All right. Perfect.
As the sun begins to rise over the Sword Mountains to the west, you all see Wyndburgh beneath. And as the ship begins to descend, you all wake to see Grim looking down from the side of the ship. And as he is staring down, you see him transform into a human and take a deep breath. You hear the naval bell of Mochi's airship, and he screams, "All right, kids! Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey! We're home!"
Good. Right. I'm up. Just. I feel like Saltbrook is more like a honk shoe sort of fellow, but okay.
Absolutely.
Ethel, you see Exon jump off of Thalion and run over to the side. His eyes wide, and a bit of a smile on his face. And as the ship touches down, I am not going to forget this time. Go. Aha! As you arrive to Wyndburgh, the outskirts, you see a large group of people staring and waiting by the northern gate of Wyndburgh. As you touch down, I know he's tall, but that's a little bit too much.
Yeah, you should make me
Well,
taller.
3 times his size.
I cast a large person.
Don't joke, Emily's gonna like that. As you arrive, there is a large group of people waiting for all of you. And there is fanfare as they all see Grimorian among you. Some people run out to give him hugs and to put wreaths of flowers around his neck, all of them celebrating his return. And Ethel, you see Garrett and Brand, the goblin priestess, approach you with a big smile on her face, and she puts her hands out to you.
I take her little handsies.
And she looks up at you, her eyes glossy, like she's holding back tears. And she says, Sylvanas provides, child. I am very happy for you.
Thank you.
I squeeze her handsies. These are important RP decisions.
Yes, they are.
Squeeze handsies. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. During like the whole fanfare, like Dale was just going to sort of just go up and be like a hype man. It's like, yes, it's the hero of Wyndburgh has returned. Please, no flash photography. All questions will be taken after the ceremonies.
And he turns over. Grimorian turns over to all of you. And with a warm smile on his face, he says, Thank you. Let's go home. As you progress through the town, people everywhere cheer and commemorate the return of all of you. And arriving to the mansion, you see Grimorian tear up once again. Again, he's not used to the fact that he can cry now. And he wipes his face clean and says, I'm home. We're all home. My friends, Chapter 2 of Wyndburgh has been completed, which means it is time for Chapter 3 to begin. What?
I never
would
leveled
you-
up my character sheet.
I know, you should have done that.
Shut up.
I added alert to my list of feats now. So you can't surprise attack me anymore, Rod.
Very true. My question to you is, what would you like to do?
I think it's about time for me to go to pick up a whole ass version of the fantastic Wyndburgh or the Faerun Deliverer and see what's going on in the local news.
Okay.
I should try.
Egats!
Good lord. Just having like your morning cup of coffee while reading the Faerun Deliverer, and then what the?
So, Saltbrook, you're gonna head over and try to get a copy of the Deliverer.
Yep.
All right. See?
I'm going to implant an espionage connection inside the Faerun Deliverer.
All right.
Sneaky, I like it.
Well, I mean, I do have criminal connections, so.
That's what we like to see, baby! Okay, I gotta see if I can fucking screen again.
Be changeling, do crime, as the old adage goes. Yeah, maybe I can get connections to like a corrupt reporter or maybe a editor. A scheming editor.
Destruction of your general existence right now.
We shall create a tabloid section to be filled with nonsense gossip.
No! You cannot slander them like this.
We will call it a magazine for people to read. A people's magazine, if you will.
Oh
No!
my god.
Okay, I may not have the best AC, but I got 100 hit points and I live by that.
I have 51 hit
Quite
points.
literally,
but,
actually.
you know.
How do you have
Yeah,
more
let me-
health than I do?
You have
Because
88
elf,
health,
bitch.
Saltbrook.
I got 88 health.
51
All of
hit
that,
points, but, yeah.
that does pale in comparison to the most amount of HP I've ever had.
Yeah,
That is
like
true,
over-
yeah.
over
300.
Yeah,
300 health.
300
200
Nice.
something temp HP.
3 times my size.
Oh my god.
Again, don't really need that much help. Yeah, because you know, if I'm in the line of fire, then
We've got problems.
Something's
yeah,
wrong, yeah.
I have definite problems. Oh, thank you guys for soaking up all the damage from me, by the way.
I
Uh,
love doing that.
For now.
I
Being
took
a
0
martyr is my
damage.
favorite pastime.
I took 0 damage last fight.
Well, yeah, because you
That was
have a
last time.
crap ton of HP. I took 0 damage because I was invisible.
I had no temp HP. I didn't
Oh.
take a hit.
Dale, you're at 51 now.
Yes.
Means Rex has 80,
I have now adopted 3 reptiles,
but
and I know how to hypnotize one of them.
Oh, okay.
with the shinies.
The shinies.
No, all you have to do is just give the bearded dragon like a nice little mealworm, and it'll just stare at it.
You can hypnotize and not parry it, Zar.
I use counter charm. Hey, there it
Skull emoji.
is.
Silence, you heretics.
Anima bullet.
All right. So, Zar, you were serious about picking up a new.
Yes.
All right. As you have said it, so it shall be. Etho, give me a perception check, please.
Always, King. Oh my god, it's my favorite time of the session when you ask me for a perception check.
It's not D&D where people are
18.
actively asking for perception checks, and when you encounter every room.
You said 18?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Etho,
You perceive nothing.
you notice that Grimorian has been fiddling with something. It's a piece of paper that he's found in his pocket.
I inch closer to observe.
As you approach, you notice that it seems to be a small booklet of some kind. And it seems to have two different handwriting types.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna creep on this man's phone. What's he got there?
As you approach, you notice that it seems to be a small book. Handmade. And he notices that you are staring. Grimorian asks,
Nuh-uh.
hello. Would you like to take a look?
She just kind of nods.
Well, I found this in my pockets. I don't suppose you put it in there, did you?
I'm assuming I did not.
Well, if you didn't put it in there, I'm not quite sure who did.
Do I recognize the handwriting from the other, like, scattered notes from the, like, the study? From his
You do
time being
not.
alive? Oh, okay.
What you do recognize, however, is this right here on the top left. That
hold
is
on.
the same. What?
Well, Discord's doing that thing again. It's very grainy and, like, purple, and I can... Okay. It's like a schematic of sorts.
Yes. You
In the
recognize
quadratic
that-
formula, baby! Okay, sorry.
You recognize that as one of the upgrade capsules that Slayer had. It's the same shape. You also notice that throughout the pages are several what you assume to be mathematical and physics equations. And there seem to be interaction and dialogue between the two writings.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to post that here in
Yes,
D&D General for you to read at your leisure.
Yes, please.
I don't recognize the handwriting. Dr. Light Kenneth. It's what one of those figures said they were, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's one of those capsules that Slayer used.
I suppose there are many others. Stormforge Capacitor, Soul Harvest Siphon, Ebon Fire Forge. These names mean nothing to me. I love
No,
your
but-
way with names, love. Seems like they're talking to each other. Suppose I'll need to examine this further. Solbrook. As the others make their way into the house, you break off and you head down. You head down to the market. And at the market, Solbrook, you hear Brenner Brannigan, the Kenku, holding up newspapers. Extra, extra, read all about it! Harrogate Dale Massacre!
Oh, that's awfully concerning. I don't remember if I've ever met this little goblin.
He is a Kenku. He is a
Goblin.
bird person. This is what it looks like.
El
Bird
Goblino. Bird gremlin.
Ah,
He
yes,
can
my
part of
favorite. My favorite.
Bardo.
Papersmith? Give me one of those.
Bardo.
Oh, hey, Mr. Saltbrook. How you doing?
None of that came through. I heard you from the living room, but none of that came through.
Oh, hey, Mr. Saltbrook, how you doing?
Well enough, you.
I'm all right. Want a paper?
That I would. How much do I owe you?
5 gold.
What?
5 gold.
5 whole gold pieces for a newspaper.
Listen, man, I gotta eat. You paying or what?
That's quite a lot of gold for a newspaper, son.
Well, seems like you want the news quite a lot, too.
Insight.
Yeah, insight. I want to do an insight to see if he's scamming me.
Okay. Roll for insight.
That's gonna be a 21.
A 21.
Yeah.
You can't tell if he's scamming you.
What do you mean I can't tell?
What
Just
kind of
heard
operation
it.
you running here, pal?
You heard me.
The fuck you mean?
Listen, old man. You either want the paper or you don't. 5 gold.
I'm not paying 5 gold for that.
Your loss.
Yeah.
Hellgate Massacre!
I'm gonna
Tell
walk
me all
around.
about it.
I'm gonna walk around the area, see if I can't find someone who's discarded their newspaper.
Wow, you're a
Um,
You're
cheapskate.
gonna go dumpster
5
diving.
gold? I'm not getting
Meanwhile-
scammed. 5
Meanwhile-
gold.
Meanwhile,
I was gonna say,
the
dude.
amount of gold he has.
Fucking,
I
you're
have
so worried
fif-
about the Wyndburgh economy.
Listen,
You
I
can't
have
give it
51,000 gold, alright? And 4. If I had 51,005, I'd be fine. But then I have to look at 50,999. You know what that's gonna do to me? That's gonna piss me off to no end.
I'll never recover financially.
I'll never recover mentally from this.
Look, I have-
Besides, 5 gold for a newspaper is a highway robbery.
it is.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. That's a highway robbery, and I'm not paying that.
I made an honest living of taking money from people and keeping it for myself.
I made an honest living of increasing trade and keeping the town from dying horrifically, and this is how they treat me.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
True.
All right.
Anyway, let's see. Can I roll to scavenge a newspaper
He's
instead?
dumpster diving for days.
Sure.
Years.
I'm
Man,
not
one of
paying
the richest men
$5 for a newspaper. I wouldn't even pay $5 today to get a newspaper.
Rod, what's
There
the
you go.
inflation on what's the inflation in fucking Wyndburgh right now?
Clearly too much.
I'm not telling you.
Listen.
Oh god.
A typical newspaper where I live is like $2 at most for a single
God.
issue.
Tabletop Sim just crashed.
So
That's
this
how
is what
cheap
happens
you
when
are.
you try to haggle me.
This is how cheap you are.
I have flown over in my gold-plated jet to unplug your internet for spiting me like that.
Yeah, how about the Kenku try pulling himself up by his bootstraps?
He has no shoes.
Well, that sounds like a him problem.
That
He's a
sounds like
street
him problem.
urchin.
Listen,
Because he's
exactly, he's
skill
scamming
issue.
me.
Not
Skill
buying
issue? That
products.
is so true. Skill issue. He has clearly not tried pulling himself up by the straps of his fucking
Oh
feet.
my god.
Has he tried starting the game with 12,000 gold? I don't think
Has
so.
he tried investing
tried
in
being a
profitable trade
real-
routes?
Has he tried being a player?
Gold loan.
Has he tried being a player character?
Maybe
Fair
he should
enough.
have. Maybe he should have invested in Electrum coins.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Oh, gee, good lord.
What do you want me to roll for finding paper?
investigation for me.
Yeah, that would
okay.
be an investigation check.
That's gonna be a 15.
Okay. On a 15, you notice a very distraught old woman placing her newspaper down into the trash a block over.
By chance, is this the same old woman that I had to scry for?
Yes.
Oh, how convenient. I'm gonna.
I'm glad that you remembered that because that's what I was going for.
Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna go take that unwanted newspaper.
As you grab a hold of the newspaper and open it, the following is written on it. Faerun Deliverer, edition 902. The Hellgate Dell Massacre.
Citizens of Hellgate Dell killed in cowardly massacre. Confirmed death toll continues to rise. In a shocking turn of events following the recent stalemate near Hellgate Dell, independent journalists and correspondents from the Faerun Deliverer awoke to a grisly scene of unprecedented horror. A massacre that claimed the lives of over 3,000 civilians. The blame is placed squarely on the Coalition and Sylvanian forces, alleging a northern flanking maneuver that went tragically awry, leaving innocent lives in its wake. Hellgate Dell, once a city caught in the crossfire of the ongoing conflict between the Federation and the Coalition, has now become a symbol of unspeakable tragedy. The aftermath of what is now being referred to as the massacre at Hellgate Dell reveals the somber reality of war's impact on the civilian populations. Eyewitness accounts and evidence gathered at the scene point to a deliberate and brutal assault on the civilian population, the victims, many of whom were already weathering the hardships of war, were caught in a merciless attack that spared no one. The heart-wrenching discovery of families torn apart and lives extinguished has sent shockwaves through the realms of both journalism and public sentiment. The Faerun Deliverer condemns in the strongest terms the actions of the Coalition and Sylvanian forces, urging an immediate and impartial investigation into the circumstances surrounding this heinous act. The indiscriminate targeting of civilians, if proven true, represents a blatant violation of the principles of war and stands as a stark reminder of the devastating toll that conflict inflicts on the innocent. In response to inquiries about the incident, a statement was issued by the Secretary of Commander Hasufeld, Supreme Commander of the Coalition forces. The Secretary expressed condolences for the loss of civilian lives, but vehemently denied any intentional wrongdoing on the part of the Coalition forces. The Secretary cited the complexity of the battlefield, the proximity of the conflict to urban areas, and the difficulty of differentiating combatants from non-combatants as contributing factors to the tragic event. The international community now awaits further developments and investigations to shed light on the circumstances leading to the massacre at Hellgate Dell. The stark contrast between the conflicting narratives of the incident underscores the urgency of an impartial inquiry to uncover the truth and hold those responsible accountable for their actions. As the death toll continues to rise and the city of Hellgate Dell mourns its fallen, the massacre serves as a sobering reminder of the devastating impact of war on civilian populations and the imperative need for the realm to strive for a peaceful resolution to the ongoing conflict. Below, whispers of war, Lyral Silverhand drafting formal declaration. In the hallowed halls of Waterdeep, a city accustomed to the ebb and flow of politics, rumors swirl like shadows in the night. The latest murmurings that have set tongues wagging involve none other than Lyral Silverhand, the esteemed Open Lord of Waterdeep, who is said to be in the process of drafting a formal declaration of war. What adds a seismic twist to the tale is the recent proclamation that has elevated Silverhand to the position of wartime president of the Federation. The news has sent ripples through the Sword Coast, prompting citizens and political analysts alike to ponder the implications of such a significant shift in leadership. Silverhand, known for her astute diplomacy and measured responses, now finds herself thrust into a role that demands decisiveness and resolve as the Federation faces escalating tensions on its borders. The specifics of the alleged declaration remain shrouded in mystery, with whispers suggesting that Silverhand, in her new capacity as wartime president, is carefully crafting a document that will outline the Federation's stance and intentions in the ongoing conflict. The move signals a departure from the Federation's previous strategies, emphasizing a more direct and forceful approach under Silverhand's leadership. The choice of Waterdeep's Open Lord as the wartime president underscores the gravity of the situation, as this prestigious position traditionally holds significant sway over the Federation's military and strategic decisions. While Silverhand's transition to a wartime role may be unexpected, it reflects the urgency and seriousness with which the Federation views the current state of affairs. As the cities of the Federation watch with bated breath, the crafting of a formal declaration of war raises questions about the Federation's objectives, alliances, and the potential consequence for the Sword Coast and beyond. The shadows of uncertainty cast by these rumors leave the realm on edge, awaiting official confirmation or denial from the heart of power in Waterdeep. In these tumultuous times, the people of the Federation find themselves teetering on the brink of a new chapter, one that may redefine the very fabric of their existence. Whether the rumors of a formal declaration of war prove to be true or are mere echoes in the wind, the city of Waterdeep and the Sword Coast brace themselves for the inevitable impact of the decisions made by their newly anointed wartime president.
Thank you, ominous narration voice.
You're welcome.
What I'm getting from this is that I might need to change my name again.
I'm gonna pocket this newspaper and gonna have to find Emily because obviously the Sylvanian among the group will have all of the answers to my queries about this ongoing and new conflict. Of course, surely.
I'm sure I do.
Surely.
I definitely understand politics.
Surely.
Meanwhile,
it's not
back
surely.
at the homestead. Wow. I actually selected the thing that I have been trying to select for like forever.
Yippee.
Immediately.
Yippee.
Yippee, I suppose.
That's the power of meanwhile.
Yippee. Yippee.
Meanwhile, in the Fortress of Coombe.
Whoa! I didn't sign up for that. That was not in our veils and barriers talk from before. Hold up. Rod, is there a safe word?
Pineapple.
The safe word is the safe word is Fortress of Coombe.
What's the word, officer?
Safe word is police brutality.
It's a pretty good safe word.
As you all approach the entrance of the house, except for Solbrook, he is not here. You see Gimnir head in before all of you. And as you walk in, you notice that Stormskull tried to speak to him, and he did not stop.
What's up with him? By my bone marrow, you're back! He's alive?
Hello, Stormskull. Please stay out of my head this time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You're gonna have to tell me how you came back, Buckaroo.
Yeah, sure, I suppose.
Oh, and by the way, the fixer-uppers have made sure to give you a room. You'll find it down on the right side. Last one on the right.
I never had one of those. Thank you. And Grimorian just goes down the hall. Ethel and Dale, you both notice that unlike previous times where Kira would immediately go to speak to Stormskull, she just storms down the hallway towards her. Rex walks up and then turns over to you guys and says, I'm gonna go check on the plants. I like the little greenhouse. And off they go.
Oh wait, I don't realize. Do I have a room as well?
You do.
Okay. I don't remember that being established, but we'll just roll with it.
You have a room because I said so.
Okay.
By the way, Dale, you're new, right?
Yes, I am.
Yep, you have a room too. Mochi told us.
All right. That was fast.
Oh yeah, those goblins work real quick.
Cut to the goblins in the kitchen.
They're real quick. Diligent.
Union, I hope.
Sorry?
Unionized, I hope.
I don't know what that means.
Did you say unionized? I hope.
Yeah.
They're not unionized, they're goblins.
They're part of a goblin union. Well, never mind about that. I guess I can go take a look before I go on a long walk. All right. I assume they have just like, just like on a piece of paper, an attack is like Dale's room, just scribbled very
Yeah,
poorly.
No, literally, quite literally.
All right. I open the door. What do I see before me?
As you open the door, Dale, you see a very cozy, but pretty nondescript room. It's a very generic room. It's a suite with a queen-size bed, a chest in front of the bed. There's a large dresser to the left of the door. You also see a bathroom attached to your room.
Ooh, my own bathroom.
Your
Nice,
neighbors are Rex and Kira. On the other side, you have Seven. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Sort of wave awkwardly.
You see him like peeking, and you just see like a blue tentacle sort of show up from somewhere underneath his cloak and just sort of like wiggle at you. And it goes back into his cloak. He turns around and goes off to his business.
I have so many questions.
This is your room, Dale.
Yes. I'll first, put all of my stuff that is in my chest into the chest inside my room, which is including a lot of clothes, both men and women's dresswear, and like a lamp, some other stuff, pen, essentially everything in my chest. We'll just put in there.
$19 Fortnite code.
Who wants it? I'm giving it away. Oh, that's how I'll bribe the Faerun deliverer with a $19 Fortnite card. Thank you, Saltbrook.
Let's go.
Who wants it? More Fortnite.
Okay, so after all that, I'm going to go outside and take a long walk.
And by long walk, what do you mean?
I put that in quotations mark, but I realize that I am just a voice, so you can't see that. I'm going to essentially try and put some criminal contacts inside the Faerun deliverer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are not immune to propaganda.
No, that's why I'm going to. That's why I'm going to infect my way into the propaganda.
Ethel, as you stand in the main hall, you stand next to Kirith. What will you do?
Stand there awkwardly in silence.
Kirith turns over to you, Ethel, and she says, "Well, you've managed to do the thing you set out to do. How do you feel?"
She just kind of shakes her head, like, I don't know.
What are you going to do next?
Loaded question, Kareth.
Well, I have some letters that I need to post. So I need to know how Wetherson is doing, how Dupre is doing. And hopefully check in on Mimi as well. Haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, I guess I could write a letter to my Aunt Sil.
Oh, cool. Girls' Day. And she walks over to you and grabs hold of your arm and starts sauntering out of the house. As
Night out with the girls.
you're about to, as you're
You
about
want
to
to join,
exit,
or?
I mean, sure. Let me change into a girl, and I'll be able to do it.
I'm pretty scared of the party.
I can. By the way, Rod, I can 100% do that.
I know. I don't doubt it at all. Well,
I have the dress for it.
You hear that, Dale. You hear that they're gonna go out, essentially in a girl's timeout. Would you like to join in?
No, but do you know what I could do?
What?
I could grab my dress, follow them, then change into a completely different person and just hang out with them as a completely different person.
They'll
Imposter
roll
syndrome.
insight. They'll roll insight to see if they know you.
Yeah, good
So-
luck.
Dale, you hear this, so you sort of stay hidden.
Well, at first I'm going to be doing my quote-unquote lawn walk, then I'll go and find them
Gotcha.
again. Shouldn't be
All right.
too hard.
That also reminds me, as an aside, I have to go to whatever passes for a naval office to go register the airship I stole.
True. However, Saltbrook, as you approach the house, looking for Ethel, you see Kirith and her both walking out.
Do I, A, go bother them, or B, let them enjoy the night for a bit? This can probably wait, so I'm gonna go do my task. They can get some time away from reality and hard work for a bit. We all need a fucking break from reviving Grimorian.
All right.
I concur.
And I need to go swindle more people for money, so, you know, I got things to do.
Isn't
Ethel-
that my job?
That's my job.
Oh,
Ethel,
okay.
you watch as Saltbrook stops in front of you, doesn't say anything, turn around, and keep walking.
Yeah, that checks out.
All right, come on, off to the post office. And off you go. Ethel and Kirith. Let me remember where things are. Okay. Ethel and Kirith, you go over to the town hall where the post office is located. Dale, I'm gonna say that the best place to go in order to find contacts for the Faerun Deliverer would be Customs and Immigration.
Gotcha.
And Saltbrook, you head over to the Riverport.
Oh, yes.
So-
The perfect place to find people willing to do my bidding, immigrants.
Yeah. So, Dale, I need a flat D20 from you.
Yes. Alrighty. Can I? Well, no, I probably shouldn't use my all or nothing coin now. I'll just. I got a 14.
A 14, you meet a human female by the name of Thola Uthracht.
Mhm.
Thola is her first name. Second name is Uuthrakt. You see
All right.
this. You see this human
Okay.
woman.
Can you post that in like D&D General or somewhere so I can copy that down
Sure.
later?
Uh,
Thank you.
Thola Uthracht. Uthracht. There.
All right.
You see her just sort of hanging around, and you see that she is whistling to herself, and she seems to be wearing a postal worker outfit.
Yeah.
She's a very tall and slightly skinnier than average woman with sunburned tan skin. She has a diamond-shaped face with bright green eyes, and she has mid-back length curly gray hair.
So, I'm assuming if I could like surmise that she is essentially like a male lady for the deliverer.
You could
Actually-
surmise that she is the type of person that works with the delivery of the deliverer itself.
Okay. Yes, the deliverer of the deliverer. Who delivers
Yes.
the deliverer?
She does.
Well, can I roll like history to surmise more from that, or?
Yes, you can
Okay.
attempt it.
Oh, whoops! I got a 10 plus 10, so that's 20.
Okay. You realize that from looking at her, you surmise that she has something that she is very ashamed of, that she hides constantly. She has a
I recognize
shameful
her voice.
or scandalous history
and she's willing to do anything to keep it secret.
Okay. Do I know what it is? Do I know like any specifics of it, or?
You can tell from her hands that she is no stranger to battle, and you can surmise that it is connected to a previous military occupation.
Okay. All right. So, first thing, gonna walk up to her and just like, oh, that's a very nice tune. What song is that?
Oh, that is the Song of the Ancient, as sung by the elf of Silvery Moon.
Oh,
Oh my god.
That's such a wonderful, beautiful song, sung from such a beautiful mouth, such as yours.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes. I'm just gonna do. Okay. Yes. Hello. Hello. My name is Gubanas Armistead.
Cabana Armistead. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Solo Strack.
Oh, yes, charmed as always. You seem like a nice, upstanding woman. What exactly do you do?
I am a deliverer for the Faerun Deliverer. I deliver the deliverer. Just a little joke there from me to you.
Yeah, no, that's great. Great. Yeah, I didn't know you were a comedian in your side job.
I'm not. I don't know what you mean.
Never mind about that now. I'm in the business of knowing what other people know. And I need some people like yourself and your wonderful personality to tell me what they know, what necessarily they listen for. Things like that.
Sounds to me what you're proposing here is an informant, yes?
Catch on quick. Mine like a vice. Nothing gets past you.
I've seen my fair share of things like those, but I have to tell you, I don't get involved in that sort of business anymore.
Anymore? Too many, been in too many scraps already? And it sort of just motioned down to like her, nicked hands.
And as you do this, she looks down at her hands and she sort of like pulls them back, sort of trying to hide them.
I don't know what you mean.
I think you do.
Roll a persuasion for me, please.
Yes. Do I have advantage to persuasion?
Yes.
I do actually have advantage to persuasion.
Yes, you do. A plus
Yeah.
16 and advantage because fuck you.
Okay, so first one is a 1. The second one is a 17. So 16 plus 17, so that's hold on. Quick maths. That is 33 total.
Well, I suppose. Listen, what do you want, really?
I've made myself pretty truthful. All I just want is some information. Anything that the Faerun Delivers journalists say behind closed doors, you tell me. Simple as that.
Right.
And
What's in it for me?
maybe a little bit of a bonus for your extra work, and no one has. And maybe I'll be able to clear up a couple of rumors about, your past dealings. Does that sound fair?
I want payment.
Like I said, you'll get an additional bonus of gold for every piece of credible information you find.
10 gold. No less. And I can guarantee you that all of my dealings will remain secret with you, and that my information will be accurate.
Right. That's good, because if it wasn't, then I wouldn't be able to stop all the rumors from happening.
Roll intimidation for me.
Yes. I have a plus 16 intimidation, but no advantage, sadly. Okay, this one is an 11 plus 16, so 26. Or 27, sorry. I forgot to add the 1.
Okay. As you say this, she looks you up and down, and she speaks. Well, you clearly can't help yourself in a fight, but you must have other ways to deal with people that wrong you. Fine. You've got yourself a deal.
Let's shake on it.
You see that she is visibly uncomfortable with the idea of shaking on it on account of her hands.
Mm-hmm. Just,
But
yeah.
she reaches her hand nonetheless.
There we go. So using a little bit of sleight of hand, I use like a little bit of an ink and put a mark on her palm. So that's how I'm able to. So if you see anybody asking for Gibanos Arnstead, show them your palm, and you'll if they ask for Gibanos Arnstead and you can show them their palm, and you'll know they'll know that you're a credible informant.
Fine. Now go on, I have papers to deliver.
Yes, and I have a girls' night to attend to.
Put inspiration on her page. She
Oh
looks
shit,
at you
I haven't
like,
used any of my inspiration points. No! Darn it!
You're up to 3 still. She looks at you very confused because you are currently appearing as you're mask presenting.
I'm mask presenting, baby.
Yeah. And she just sort of like cocks her head to the side, rolls her eyes.
Yeah, no, I just like sort of blend into the crowd, and as soon as like I just disappear.
Solbrook. Josiah. Solbrook. Solbrook. Do you hear me? Hello?
If we lie to the dragon, if I lie to the Dragonborn again, he might show up.
Czar, are you there? Buddy, old pal.
We could just skip to girls' night.
Yeah, fine. We'll skip
All right.
girls' night.
So, before we do that, I'm gonna wear like an elaborate dress. Going to should I do the changing first or after they sort of introduce their girls' night thing?
I'd say let them have their thing first.
Gotcha.
Ethel.
Yeah.
As you stand inside of the post office of the town hall of Wyndburgh, it's this very spacious location. You can tell that this, and not just tell, but you were present for when it was much more bustling than before. And you notice how empty it is. You remember when it used to be full of people before the Federation's airship routes sort of turned Wyndburgh into a bit of a ghost town in terms of trade. And you do see more merchants than a year ago, thanks in part to Solbrook's trade routes. But it is still pretty empty. As you write your letter, what is it that you're going to send to your aunt?
Well, I'll check and say hi. First of all.
And kind of hint at, the thing that I needed to take care of has been taken care of.
Okay.
Finally.
So you're writing this in sort of code?
Not necessarily code, but, just what I needed to do that we discussed has been taken care of.
Okay.
But I would also like to ask her for information on the family, right? Like, stuff about mom and old Drake Wardens of Sylvania.
Okay. So just general information about your mom and Sylvanian Drake Wardens.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. While you're writing this out, Ethel, and if you'd like to actually write it, feel free.
Oh, you know I'd be putting shit in RP.
Good. As you're writing it down, you see Kirith sort of struggling with several different letters. And she grabs a stamp, and as she goes to lick it, she rips it in half because of her teeth. She has very sharp teeth. Like, damn it. You have another? I need another stamp.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like I hand her one.
Thank you. Alright. That one's for Dupre. This one is for Watterson. And this one is for Mimi. There. All good. And Ethan, give me a perception check.
Oh, yes! Fucking... Oh, that's not the right button. How funny is a nat 1 in this situation? Or should I reroll?
If you have inspiration, you can re-roll it.
Oh,
I
no.
can and I will. That just makes me angry. Nothing slips past me. 15.
All right, there we go. On a 15, Ethel, you notice that there is a fourth letter.
What's
And
that
she
one?
seems to be trying to hide it from you.
Well, I saw it, and I say, what's that one?
Oh, and you see her horn, the tips of her horns glow lighter than normal. Her ears sort of perk up. Nothing. It's old friends, just people you don't know that live far away.
You're a horrible liar. Like, really bad. Comically bad.
I'm sorry. It's for Ripley.
Ugh, I give her, like, a real soft smile.
I don't know if he's going to receive it. I don't even know where to send it properly. Mochi said something about the endless wastes to the east. And I can only assume that he is going to arrive somewhere close to, I can try and figure out what towns he's going to cross. And all I can hope is that somehow this letter goes to him. I don't know if he'll be able to understand or if he'll care or whatever, but I have to try, try to make him remember. So I'm sending this to Damara.
I think that's a good idea.
Maybe there's something in him that will remember. I have to believe that.
That's fair.
And if he does, hey, at least we no longer have a murderous undead man trying to kill us, or me, specifically.
Oh, yeah. That would be very nice. Although on the bright side, we do have a literal war machine back with us.
True. And she reveals that she has several of the same letter. I can't know exactly where he's going to be. I have to send these to, several places, hope that he passes by one of them. And that he checks his mail, which I don't think he will, but I have to try.
Would there be any better way to go about this, or is this pretty much the best way?
a message spell could do it. She is essentially trying to leave. She's essentially trying to leave this for him to find, right? The idea that if he does check his mail, maybe there's something there, right? That is her thought process. If he does check his mail, then maybe there's a piece of him that's still there that she can try to connect with. A message spell would find him immediately, and relay exactly what she's trying to say, but maybe it wouldn't relay it at the right time. She's just hoping that a part of him is still in there, and that checking his mail is something he might do.
That's adorable. I'll turn to the clerk and ask to purchase more stamps.
Right away, miss.
I return.
Thank you, Ethel. I appreciate that. He is so fucking stupid, I swear. First he kills himself, now he's controlled by a stupid arch demi-lich, and I have to deal with it. He's an asshole. That's what he is.
Agreed. Massive asshole.
Anyway. Alright. Before we set out for girls' night, Saltbrook, you are at the port. And as you're standing there, you happen to meet Durrican Ike, captain of the guard. Tall, strong, half-orc, green skin, and his beautiful silver armor. And he stops and looks at you.
Well, if it ain't so, Brooke. What does the warden want here in the port?
I stole a ship in the air and I need to de-pirate it.
Stole a ship, eh? What, you here to turn yourself in?
No, I'm here to register it to use it for the warden's own devices.
So you stole that from a pirate crew, yeah?
Correct.
Well, so long as it's not registered as someone else, I'll be happy to do it.
I have zero clue about previous ownership.
Yep, we run the VIN number on this bitch.
You have any papers that came with the ship?
I know a guy who might. Look at me using that rule for the first time ever. Yeah.
All right. Tell me
need
who
to-
this NPC is.
It's the
It's-
Leonine.
Oh, then you don't know a guy. He's just a guy that exists.
Yes, I know a
You
guy.
know.
Okay,
a
sure.
guy.
Then you're not using the I know a guy rule.
Unfortunately not, however.
He really just wanted to say it.
I really just wanted to say it.
Fine.
Anyway, I'm gonna point my finger up in the sky and shoot a little. I'm gonna do a minor illusion and shoot a flare up into the sky.
Elysium.
What's that supposed to do?
Call the ship down.
Right. Bastards.
And
Oh, so true, Bessie.
a few minutes go by, and Durrican is back to his duties, just like signing papers and stamping things. And behind you, you hear a knock on the door.
Someone called for me.
Yes.
And you see Yale, the Leonine.
Yeah, do you know if there is any ship registration for the airship that I stole?
Well, that shape. Absolutely not.
Oh, that's convenient.
So I suppose you're the pirate, aren't you? That's right. You have a problem with it. Well, you're not doing piracy right now, so I suppose no. Good. I'd rather not have a problem with you, Mr. Lawman. Very smart not to do it.
And this is essentially a pissing contest. The two are just sizing each other up. You can see them flexing slightly. If you've ever watched Full Metal Alchemist, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Get a room.
Well, if it has no papers, then, I suppose there's no harm in issuing you a registration.
Fantastical.
Do you know how to fly those things?
Roughly. I'm sure the first mate could figure it out for me just fine, though.
You have a first mate?
Gonna point to Yale again.
Sorry to burst your bubble. I'm not your first mate, mate.
I'm gonna throw a piece of gold at him.
It hits his plate armor and falls down to the ground. He looks up at you.
No, I don't think you're understanding me. I'm not gonna stick around any longer.
I'm gonna throw a second piece of gold at him.
Again, it hits his chainmail, falls down to the ground. Put inspiration on your page.
How much gold do I have to throw at you to to accept me as one of your own?
As you do that, he's like,
No, seriously. I'm not sticking around.
I'll throw a tertiary piece of gold at him.
as you throw, he just knocks it out of the air and he says,
I'm serious. Gimnir and I were gonna go out on a little adventure of our own.
Oh, really?
Oh, we didn't tell you?
No. Though I suppose
Gimnir-
that does explain a few things.
Gimnir and I are leaving for the time being. He needs to train for the Lion's Gambit next year, and, he doesn't have to do it alone, so I'm gonna head out with him.
What an inopportune time for him to leave.
Each of us have our own journey, Saltbrook. This is his. I'm just glad I get to carry the torch for him.
And that's all well and good. But I have come into contact and understanding with a few things of great concern that make his leaving a point of contention between myself now.
And what is
I'm gonna
that?
magic the gold back into my pocket.
you mage hand it. You
Mage
one
hand.
coin at a time from the ground.
No, it's just like a magnification. It just like sort of just
I'd like to-
slurps into his body. He's like,
I'd like to minor illusion of magnet and have the money go to it.
it'll be like when you're like playing what's it like Diablo, where like the gold just sort of like absorbs into you.
Right. Well, you can't mage hand it and you can't minor illusion it because the minor illusion isn't physical.
Prestidigitation.
So
I
I
have
suppose you
had-
just pick it up.
And I've done minor telekinesis stuff like that before.
Yeah, sure. Very minor then.
Yeah.
Very simple thing.
Bringing my banner back to me, putting gold in my pocket. Small fucking parlor tricks, basically.
As you threw the gold at Ale, you saw your daughter just standing there, her arms crossed, like slowly shaking her head at you.
Listen, kid. Money goes a long way now.
Right.
Well, I have the basics of flight down, so if my Leonine friend here won't bother, I think I should probably finish up my conversation with him before I keep going. Yes, I'm gonna unload I'm gonna unpackage the slightly crumpled up newspaper from my pocket, and I will not throw it at him, but I will hand it to him this time because the paper would go everywhere.
He holds out his hand and he grabs onto it and he reads it.
Ah, fuck. Well, he's not going to be happy about that. Regardless, he has places to be, and I'll make sure that he sees to it.
Well, you best not get him killed or worse, because I'm going to need him sooner rather than later.
I'd be lucky if I could kill him myself, let alone anyone else kill him.
Yes, we are hard to put down, if you will.
Well, he's gonna have to be if you have any chance to fight his father and win.
I have the utmost confidence in his ability, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
He'll be waiting for all of you back at the house. He's not gonna leave before saying goodbye.
I would hope not.
All right, ladies, if you're done with your conversation, it'll be 350 gold for the registration, and because you don't seem to be fairly good at commanding one of these, this is going to be a temporary license. You cause any trouble while in the air or on the ground with this, we're revoking it. You understand me, Josiah?
You don't have any evidence to the contrary that I'm not an excellent pilot.
You, an excellent pilot? Please. My sister's an excellent pilot. I'm an excellent pilot. And I know one from the others when I see him. You're not. Temporary license it will be. 250 gold.
Where's on? Can I try and persuade him that he's wrong? Can I
can attempt
logic
to.
my way out of this?
Okay, logic it. I'm not gonna have you roll for it.
There is literally zero evidence that has been presented that I am not a capable pilot. And considering my age and experience in these matters, especially in military affairs, I don't believe that this sudden temporary licensing is a fair assessment to my skill.
Roll a deception for me.
Oh, the good thing I'm good at. Yippee. What should be like a 2? It's actually going to be a 23.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll knock out some money out of the license. It'll still be temporary.
I'm willing to pay full price for this, but I'm more just insulted at the insinuation that I'm not capable of handling it, considering that I stole it from, well, this fine gentleman right here and his crew. Not that he was the leader to insinuate that. He was quite willing to not fight for someone who was dead.
200, and that's your final offer.
I've told you this isn't about the money.
Well, it better be about the money or I'm rescinding it, Saltbrook. I don't like you. You forgot that part. I don't like
I've
you.
never met you in my life.
Yes, but you're a warden, and all the wardens have been pain in my arse on the day they were born. Save for Ethel, she's older than I am, and she's still a pain in my arse.
So you're telling me that you don't like the port being used now that we have trade coming in?
But you wardens are all the same.
Maybe, but you have an undue reason to dislike us, and I don't see a reason for you to be biased against me when all I'm simply doing is helping you.
Helping me? How exactly are you helping me, Saltbrook? I want to hear this one.
I don't know, have you noticed that less of your people are dying because of the apothecary that we built? Are you noticing the increase of trade, the relevance of the town, the people coming in, the new
Have you
recruitment
noticed the
people?
increased patrols that we have to put out because of the trade that you've brought in? Have you noticed the increase of crime? Have you noticed the increase of murders in the town? Sure, the apothecary can handle it. However, me and my men are struggling to keep up with the influx of immigrants that you're bringing into the town. Now, I don't mind immigrants. They're good for trade. They're good for the people of this town. Problem is, they bring crime.
You wouldn't have the amount of people you'd need to handle anything in the first place if not for the trade.
And we were doing just fine.
You were
Ow.
on a crash course to economic ruin and abandonment in 20 years.
We were
You'd be
doing
out of a
fine
job in
for
a month.
50. We were doing fine for 50.
That's
You
wonderful.
taking it or not?
Frankly, I don't appreciate this from a man who's supposed to be captain of the guard, and you can't show the fellow respect for that.
I don't care.
Well, you can fuck yourself.
So can you, Saltbrook. Are you taking it or leaving it?
You know? No. I'm not paying 200 gold for your shit institution.
Sure. Figure it out with the Federation Air Force when you see them.
I'm sure they'll be glad to have some reinforcements instead of sitting in the walls, Mr. Captain, my captain.
Right. A pirate ship with no papers. They're gonna love it. Good luck, Saltbrook. Go cast your spell somewhere else.
Gotta be a way to spite him.
I cast
Oh,
Smite.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use Warp Sight to inverse his vision.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
Okay.
I'm also then going to precisely leave and have,
As you cast in warp sight on him, he just sort of sits there and, rubs the bridge of his nose.
Just keep it together, Ike. Just keep it together. Not worth it. Mama.
And as I leave, the Warp Sight will wear off because I don't feel like being that much of a dick.
Yeah. You could swear that he was essentially repeating, like, self-help mantras to you.
I just got to count to 10.
I mean, if he did try to fight me, it's just... Oh, look, dimensional door. Bye.
And
then all of Wyndburgh would be attacking you.
I don't think much of Wyndburgh would be attacking me.
Okay.
The guard, sure.
Do you think the captain of the guard does like relaxing yoga on weekends just to help with his anger issues? All right, gentlemen. Looks like we're gonna practice some mindfulness. We're gonna start with downward dog.
Breathe in, breathe out, and then warrior pose 2.
Oh god, I love this headcanon.
I don't want
I need-
spellcasters.
I need someone to draw Derek and Ike in full armor, just doing warrior pose 2. With his arms out to the side.
Specifically in like the Wii Sports outfits.
Yes, please.
The Wii Sports outfits are underneath the armor.
Wii
No,
Fit.
it's they're over the armor, but they're like super stretched out.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're like screaming for their life. All right. Ethel, as Kirith finishes stamping all of the letters, she's gone through a few stamps. She keeps ripping into them because of her teeth. She delivers them to the post office, and off they go. As you turn around, you see a face you've never seen before. Dale, tell me
Yes.
how this transformation goes.
Okay, so I essentially stashed my clothes into somewhere else as a like sort of dead drop for me to pick up later. Obviously, like marked by thieves' cant and whatnot. So I have a long flowing blue dress, and I have essentially like the face of like a noble woman with like black hair.
Okay.
Raven black hair, sort of like in a bun, almost like a noble lady's attire.
I see.
So do they? Should I go or should they go first?
Ethel, I need Dale. I need you to roll.
This is so
I need
dumb.
you
I
to
fucking love
roll
this.
performance.
Yes,
I want to
advantage, baby.
I want to instantaneously recognize this man.
Well, I'm not a man anymore. This is why I don't need. This is why I don't use any of my inspirations. You keep making me roll the ones that I have advantage for.
I know.
So it's 14 plus 16, so that is 30 total.
Okay. Ethel, I need
So
you
I'm just
to
doing.
roll.
I'm doing a womanly saunter.
Ethel, I need you to roll. Oh fuck! There isn't a single thing that you can roll that would, hit 30.
Yeah, that's
Why do you made me do this, Ron? You made me
Yeah,
do this.
no. There's nothing you can roll to beat 30.
What if I not 20?
That is the only way I'll allow
Alright,
you
go
to
for it.
see through it. So,
What do I need to roll? Insight or perception?
well, since you're only going for a nat 20, just roll a flat d20.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm watching.
Nope.
13.
Kirith is going to roll as well. And she does not have anything that would reach. So, nat 20 or bust. 8. Ethel and Kirith, you both see this beautiful, tall woman with jet black raven hair up in a bun approach you.
Yeah. So I first like it appears that I like walk over to the side, then I do a double take, walk back, look at you, and just immediately like sort of saunter over. It's like I'm wearing like high heels. Yeah. Oh, are you a part of the Wyndburgh Wardens?
None of you could hear Rod's cackle.
Oh, hello. How are you doing, bonjour? I have like this sort of like giggly personality that's just totally 100% disarming. She just looks like a complete. She at first went from like elegant to absolute space cadet in like seconds.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Who is this person?
I am
What?
side-eyeing Kirith so hard.
You're just like, what is going on? Hello, it's so good to finally meet you. I've been a big fan of you for over this
It
these
just
years,
went
okay?
into Indian. It just went into Indian accent.
Nah, fuck. I'm trying to do like a French-Canadian sort of thing, but it's
Oh my-
really hard to do that. Hello,
What are you trying to do that for, bud?
Meanwhile, the
Does-
Canadian is
I'll try to do just a French noblewoman, okay? Yes, hello.
Yeah,
okay, that
Canadian,
works,
you
that
fucking
Yeah, that's
mother-
okay.
Hello.
That works. That works. Let's not go into the Indian accent.
Yeah.
Let's not. Yeah.
I'm trying to do like French Canadian, but that's
I
a
know,
really
I know.
fucking hard accent to
God,
pull
I
off.
do love a Desi accent, though. My God.
Hello, my name is hold on, I actually have a. Oh
My name is
shit.
The alias.
Well, I planned on coming up with a new alias for this since I'm doing French.
Genevieve Montessor.
Jezebel.
I am Annie Marie Barbert. It's nice to meet you.
Skull.
It's- Je m'appelle Annie Marie. C'est so nice to meet you.
Is there a crack in this facade? Is there a weird piece of clothing?
You do
Is there
not
a-
see it. You just don't see it. This is a master of disguise. Despite what we're hearing here.
Yeah, I know. Well, obviously. Well, I mean, I'm not a shape changer in real life, so
Exactly. Kirith looks over at you, Ethel,
apologies, everyone.
and says, I mean, if she wants to join girls' night, why would we say
Yeah.
no?
You are having a girls' night?
What do you even mean girls' night? We went to the post office and now we're going home.
No, I said we were gonna go to girls' night.
I would be honored if I could join you in your girls' night.
Kirith, can I talk to you over here for a second?
Oh
Put
god,
inspiration on your page, please.
again?
Both of you.
I'm full. Damn it.
Oh my god. Dear God, man. Kirith goes over to you, Ethel.
What is it? She seems nice.
Kirith, I'm cool with going out. I'm cool with going out. In fact, we should go grab the crew, given, Grim just came back from the dead. Kind of man of the hour. But, we don't know this woman. Okay? We don't know this woman. So maybe, have a little pensiveness, yeah?
But how bad could it be? She's clearly a fan.
Yeah, I'm just holding out a piece of paper. It's like, excuse me, I was wondering if I could also have an autograph.
Come on, you've never signed an autograph before. Wouldn't that be nice?
I don't do this to sign autographs.
I know you don't, but it is a perk, you know? Listen, just humor her. Just a little bit.
Okay, convince me you're a fan.
Ooh.
Well, Rod,
I am not going to help you here.
Yeah, no, I was wondering if I could use history to sort of recount the Wyndburgh Wardens.
I will not allow it. In fact.
Get. Because me as a
Ethel, go ahead and ask a question.
Fuck. I don't actually know. I just joined. This is a new player trap.
I can't let you coast only on mechanical stuff. Sometimes it's got to be diegetic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not fair if I
give me a
if I just
flat
join.
Give me a flat D20 roll, and if the
Sure.
roll is good enough, then I will give you some
That's
lore
fair.
if I
You know
remember
what?
it from
You
my
know what?
mind.
I'll give you that.
You're setting me up to fail, Rod. Here, come on.
Yes.
No. I'm giving you a flat D20, and if you
I
get
will,
it,
I will give you lore from my
I'll
memory.
give you lore. Yes.
From my memory, not his.
No. It'll be me. I'll tell you. But
All
give me
right.
a flat D20.
All right, flat D20. All right, so that is a 14.
Okay. So a 14. Dale, you remember. Well, hold on. Ethel, ask the question.
Yeah, obviously that have to follow.
Several months ago, a ship mysteriously hovered over Wyndburgh. Who and what was in that ship?
All right, and Rod?
Here's the thing. No one knew. No one was up there except for the wardens.
Yeah.
The story
Okay.
was not shared around.
Oh, is that a dick thing to ask? I would
It's a
have.
good
well, I
trick.
mean,
It's a good
so
trap.
It's a trick question. It's a trick question.
Yeah, okay.
So Dale, you would know that no one talks about who was in it. All you know is that the wardens went up, and then they came down, and then the cloud disappeared.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have like sort of like a frump expression of like her like really trying her best to think, and it's like, but I don't know. You just went up into the sky, the wardens, yeah?
Turn German.
How am I supposed? Yeah, I know. I'm
Real master of disguise we got here.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm fucking trying. God damn
No,
it.
dude, I'm sorry. I
It's
don't mean to
good.
give you a hard time. I am genuinely like, this is so fun. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I had. I need to go back into the French. Let me just say flow.
Ethel,
I flow back.
Ethel,
Wait, if I may, just real quick.
her,
If I
what
had
she
a
just
nickel,
said. Yeah.
just give me 10 seconds of your time. I'm begging. If I had a nickel for every time someone had a French accent in this fantasy setting, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
I come from the mystical land of Le Guépéry. No, I.
My name
kidding,
is
that's a joke.
Jacques
It's
de
already-
Honorable. I am from Le Fils de Chocolat et Chalès in Paris.
Les fiches
And
are
I
good.
am come here.
I am from 11 Yarcy.
I am from the 11th Regiment de Callahan, and I have
Okay,
come
okay,
to
guys.
speak to your women.
Guys, okay.
Ethel, that
Yep.
response is not bad. That's the thing. She's not wrong.
No.
She kind of like sighs and like looks at Kirith, and she's like, I don't mean to be distrustful, but. And just kind of like
I
stares
mean,
at her.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened up there either. I wasn't here. Do you not remember that? You're asking her questions that the Wyndburgh warden, myself, by the way, does not know.
I sigh, I pinch my nose.
Perhaps,
She does
perhaps
that a
maybe you
lot.
can give me an easier question for someone as simple as me.
Different style of question, but
Well,
like
yeah.
someone from Wyndburgh, I feel would absolutely know this.
Okay.
What year was the town founded?
Oh,
All right, rolling a flat 20.
that is part of the lore.
Wait, wouldn't that be common knowledge?
Yes
I
and
will-
no. I mean, straight up, it's very public knowledge. Yes, but so is, let's say, like, you know, the founding year of my college. That's like a normal trivia question, and not everyone knows the answer. You know what I mean?
I'll allow you, Dale, for this one. I'll allow you to roll history with
All
your
right,
bonus.
I'll use an inspiration point since I'm like overflowing with those. Is it possible for me to use my extra inspiration point?
No, you can
No, I
re-roll
don't. I got
one.
hungry.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah,
I
or
ate
I'll
it
just
and
use.
got hungry. I'm sorry.
I'll
though.
just use that as a inspiration for advantage. So
Okay.
do. So I got a 17. 17 plus 10, so 27.
Okay. You know that the date of the founding is 1295 DR.
All right, so I'll just relay that and not use the ridiculous accent to not embarrass myself any further. It's like that's the easy one.
She's not wrong. But also, I didn't know that, so that's pretty cool.
Okay, no, so with that, I'm gonna play a little bit of a manipulation game. It's like, I can see you're very busy and you don't want to have someone like me around. So I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Oh my god.
Ethel, I need you to roll.
Do I need to roll deception for this?
No, Ethel, I
Okay.
need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
I -1.
my spell DC is 17.
9.
Ethel, you
This
feel
is
very
emotional
bad.
damage.
You feel very bad.
What was her name again?
Anne-Marie?
Anne-Marie Barbier?
Anne-Marie Barbier?
I go, wait, I'm sorry. It's been a wild few weeks. I didn't mean to be rude.
Are you saying you went on another one of your adventures?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then you must tell me. I will be the first to know.
I'm sorry. It's just like that was just. I must be the first to know. They got me. I'm sorry.
I love this.
I too absolutely love this, even though my
All right,
accent
come
is
on.
terrible.
Come on, girls. Off to the old Windy we go.
Should we not go get the man of the hour?
Sure, we can do that. We'll go get your boyfriend.
He's not. All right.
Ooh.
As you go to Galestead Manor, you find Grimorian right outside, and he seems to be working with some plants right outside of the house. He's hunched over, and he doesn't have his jacket on. It's pretty hot this time of the year. And he's just going at it with some plants and digging some holes and putting some saplings in. And you can hear him humming a tune, but it's completely off key.
Meow meow no. Stop making him adorable.
And you see him as he pulls one of the weeds up. He looks at it. He pulls out a small little piece of charcoal from his pocket and opens his little notebook, and he's scribbling on it. And then he throws the weed out.
I will yell softly to him. Hey, Omnissiah.
He
I do not know who that is.
stands up.
Fuck. You're flowing back into German again.
He stands up, and he's like, "Yes, no, I mean, it's not my name, Ethel. You know this.
I do not know who this Messiah is.
It's no one. Hello, I'm Grimorian. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, this is,
Somebody's vacuuming near me, so I'm gonna have to be radio silent. Sorry.
Hello, I'm Grimorian. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, this is a fan. We're all going to the tavern. Come on.
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
All right.
I think now would be a convenient time for me to appear at home.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. Salt. as you're approaching Gilstead Manor, you see the four of them. Well, 3 people and 1 person you've never seen before, standing near the front, and you arrive. Hello, Solbrook.
Hi, I'm gonna look very strangely at this new person.
Oh, you must be Monsieur Southbrook. I am honored.
Not French
the
being canon now.
Fuck. I'm just gonna look at fucking Phil and like, who? What?
I shrug my shoulders.
I'm gonna look at Kirith and give the same. What? Why? Huh?
He's
Who?
a fan. We met her over by the town hall. She's a huge fan of us. He wants autographs. I figured we
No.
could take her out for girls' night.
Yes, I do want the autographs, but I don't think I brought enough paper.
Hey, where's Dale?
Yeah, where
Who?
is Dale?
I don't know who that is.
Well, I mean,
What do you mean? You don't know who Dale is? The famous Wyndburgh warden.
Dale, roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay, I think the vacuuming stopped. Hold on. Charisma saving throw? Yep, I am proficient with that.
I ask a
Yeah.
question.
17 plus 16, so that is.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, look at my charisma save.
plus 16.
Yeah.
Your save is plus 16.
Yes. I'm a bard.
How do you do? What the fuck?
I have a I have a +5.
This is insane. I think we should take away some of his rights. This is getting
No, denied.
No rights for
Overruled,
changelings.
denied.
No rights for changelings.
I'm gonna give the new person a very intimidating look.
Should I feign being
I'm
nervous?
rolling for intimidation. 21.
Fine. 21.
My
Dale, what was-
insight. My
what was-
my passive insight is 16, but I could also roll for insight versus that.
Well, versus that, what was your charisma roll? Your charisma save?
So it was 16, or it was 17
Plus
plus
17.
16. So
Yeah.
that
It's
is
30
30. Yeah.
Solbrook, you don't detect even a small hint of being intimidated on them. Their poker
There's-
face is fantastic.
Something up with you
Well,
that I can't quite put my finger on.
She just has like that vacant stare of this woman is really dumb.
Bimbo energy.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
I am doing like again. She's a total space cadet. Just
I guess
Real-
people question for Dale in his own personal lore and or God-given changelings. Does their smell change?
Oh, shit!
everything,
That's an
everything
excellent
about
question.
them changes. Let me check that.
Yeah,
I mean, you can check my
I-
character sheet. Double check
I
that for
don't
me.
think. I don't. Hold on a minute.
Uh,
I'm going to read.
Change appearance is an
Your-
action. You could transform your appearance or revert to your natural form. You can't duplicate the appearance of a creature you've never seen, and you revert to your natural form if you die. You decide what you look like, including blah 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 blah. You can make yourself appear
height,
as a member
weight,
of another race.
facial features, sound of your voice, coloration, hair length, sex, and any other distinguishing characteristics.
I think smell.
Smell would be a
I
distinguishing
don't-
characteristic.
Well, but here's the thing: it's physical. I
Yeah.
don't think smell is included here.
Okay.
I see what you mean. But
Yeah,
I
but
also
I'm-
see a way that you can get around that by having something on you that makes your change different in smell. Like cologne or some
Pheromones.
shit.
It could be
Yeah.
natural changing pheromone. I don't know.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah. If we want to
I'm
go
going
by
to say,
smell.
I'm going to say that the smell does not change.
However, I'm wearing clothes that you've never seen before,
True.
Hmm.
so keep that in mind. So my smell would be different, albeit masked, maybe.
I want to get up in your shit and smell you.
What? No, whoa! What is this invades you're invading personal space.
If I
Kale?
club you over the head and put you to a meat grinder, you're gonna
Whoa! Hey! Wow.
No, I'm
you
not
guys-
gonna say
you guys are
that, but
Fucking paranoid, Jesus.
with good reason.
True.
Ethel, I need from you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. So if I go ahead.
I need perception from you with advantage.
Okay. Okay, first one is a 25. Yeah, 25.
Okay. 25. Dale,
Mhm.
I'm gonna need from you deception.
Okay.
I like
Sure.
this. Okay.
Well, with advantage. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you with your 30s and your fucking
Yeah.
ugh.
So, first one was a 2, second one was a 12, so that is
32.
32.
What the actual fuck is wrong with you? No. What's your fucking character sheet look like?
Look
I
at
don't
the
know.
character sheet. It's right there.
Plus
I don't
20 to
understand.
deception.
How do you people get these fucking stats? This is
I'm an
absolutely
actor.
Because they're a bard. That is their
I'm a
specialty.
bard. I'm a bard. I have the
Skill
actor sheet, and
checks.
I'm a changeling. This is like
Yes.
literally my bread and butter.
Yeah. Deception is literally the best thing they can do.
I want to piss and shit.
Anyway,
Roll to piss and shit.
I have some strictly on the books Wyndburgh only information I have to share with the group.
Oh, that's okay. I can close my eyes and clasp my ears.
No, I need you to wait by the door. We'll come get you later, but I need to discuss this with the team.
Okay, I like waiting. That's my favorite thing.
What are you doing now?
Whimsical.
Oh.
I don't know.
I love
Again,
this
I'm very tired. I'm starting to lose my accent. Fuck me.
Listen. We're giving you shit, but we love it. We all love it.
Every second of it.
Just to make sure that you know this.
Okay, so can I wait near the door and can I eavesdrop?
I will be looking for eavesdroppers.
How
because
can
it's-
you be? Okay, you know what? Fine.
What do you mean? How can I said this is official business? I'm gonna be paranoid. I'm
All
not
right,
just gonna be
fine.
like, oh yes.
Dale,
woman."
roll for stealth.
Okay.
Homie, what languages do you speak?
Stealth. I speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, Infernal, Sylvian, things we can.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, I can learn new language 2 times.
The
Twice
only
as fast.
language you could speak this in that they wouldn't understand would be deep speech.
But how
Actually,
would you know?
how many
would
of you know
what?
deep speech?
How would you know what Annie Marie can or cannot speak?
Because you obviously speak common, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and very bad French, apparently.
And very bad French. So, in that sense, considering you are suspiciously not suspicious, precautions are required.
You're too normal.
Take your fucking normal pills!
Yeah, but Ithilden doesn't speak deep speech.
I don't. I was really hoping you
Neither does Kirith.
Skull emoji. Skull
Neither
emoji.
does Grimorian.
Skull emoji.
Dale, roll stealth for me.
Okay, I will roll stealth. Not an advantage this time. So
Yeah, but you have a plus 16.
yes. So 15 plus 16, so that is 20.
I can't even cast comprehend languages on someone else.
Saltbrook, your passive perception is 16. If you want to roll for perception, you have a plus 6 to it.
Perception? I
Yeah.
bet.
How much did you get, Dale?
29.
29. Unless you get that 20.
Well, you know what? I got a 21. I'm gonna use something here. It's a long shot and it hasn't worked before. Dark One's own luck to add 1d20 to my roll. Or
Oh
sorry,
my God.
1d10.
Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
you have a shot.
No.
We have a
You have
shot.
a
Okay,
shot.
let's do it. Do it.
It's gonna be a 9. I'm gonna get 30.
Oh my God. You could swear that you feel someone watching, but as you look over to Anne Marie, she's very clearly like Blair Witching at the door. She's just like standing facing the door completely.
No, I'm doing like the fan thing where I'm just like putting my face like on the window. It's like very excited.
Looking inside.
Yeah, no. What I'm doing is what I'm actually doing is like I'm pretending like, you know, fangirl stuff. So I'm just like looking over and like listening in, like giggling a little bit, like, "Ah."
What is happening?
I don't know.
It's the Oblivion
So
adoring fan.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
By
Considering I
Mara,
can
it's you.
feel that somebody's listening to me, I'm just gonna be like, guys, come on. I'm gonna go inside real quick. Can only beat his massive roll bonus with my high luck.
Yep.
Yippee.
So
All
what
right.
do you guys like? Do you guys just like?
We're just gonna
close
go
the-
inside.
You just go inside.
Yeah, going more inside, and then you just see Dale like on the outside. He's like, mad.
Mad. I said this. Hold on, I got something for this.
I was so close.
I just wanted to do a little bit of girls' night.
Hold
Fuck
on,
German.
Where
Damn
is
it!
the fucking? I have something for this.
To be fair, German and French do sort of flow into each other quite a bit. Tough. Yeah.
That's good, but I have something better, and I'm trying to find it, and I'm not finding it, and it's making me sad.
That's a French guy from Foxhole
Uh.
screaming.
I can tell because of the fucking crickets.
Yep. All right. Dale, would you like to revert to your normal form?
Well, yeah, but I probably need to get some better clothes. Or better yet, I could just go invisible, grab my spare clothes from my chest, and then go back.
You can
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll just cast greater invisibility. Fuck it.
All right.
I'm not even gonna try to roll for it.
No, don't. Just let them have this one.
Oh, gee, thanks. You guys were grilling me so much before. What great leniency.
Grade A, nuh-uh.
Fuck. All right, so greater invisibility, move in, and then sort of just get some spare clothes and also a ebony mask.
I don't know where French rage went. I'm so angry. Oh well.
That's fine. All right.
Anyway, I'm gonna produce the newspaper from my pocket and very character saying, "We have a problem brewing."
And Grimorian looks over at you, and you see that he relaxes and goes back to his normal form. What kind of trouble are you talking about?
War.
I'm sorry. I must have misheard you. What did you say?
War. Yes. According to this edition, which I frankly can see too much bias in to fully take its word on, Coalition, Sylvanian, and Federation forces have clashed at a town called Hellgate Bell. And a flank made by Sylvanian forces has been starting a slaughter of civilians, though frankly I don't quite trust the veracity that the Faerun Deliverer puts into it. I'm gonna hand the note around the class, essentially.
You look at the paper and read.
Ethel, you you take the
I yoink
newspaper.
it.
Yeah. As you do, Ethel, you read, and it very clearly incriminates Sylvanian forces.
Give me the TLDR real quick.
Sylvanian forces have gone onto a flank into Federation territory, I believe in the north, and the newspaper is claiming that they have been wholesale slaughtering civilians alongside of Coalition forces. It also claims that they have taken the side of the Coalition against the Federation.
If this has any
That's
grain of
true.
truth to it, that means the king has truly gone mad. But if not, it would not surprise me that the Federation would stoop this fucking low.
Excuse you? Oh, sorry. No, propaganda? Yes, I agree.
Rod, tell me when I can approach the rest of the
You
party.
can approach whenever you want.
Oh, okay, so I'll just walk in like with casual clothes, like.
For a second,
What I miss?
for a second, Em, I thought you were incriminating the Federation slaughtering civilians, not propaganda. I was
Oh.
like, the fuck? No. Propaganda? Yes, I can totally see that.
As Dale comes in, hello, Dale. We've had
Ah.
some bad news.
Oh, what is it?
Want to tell him? Or should I?
War is starting, it seems. At least a stalemate, conflict, skirmish, border skirmish, something.
God, I love Google search words.
Alright, my brain's
Alright.
controlled by ChatGPT. I don't have a hand in it.
Yeah.
Fucking love SEO.
He's like, oh, right. Oh, jeez.
I just noticed the goblins writhing around.
Yeah. Well, knowing how tensions were, it was going to happen eventually. Although I thought we had a little bit more time.
Rod is making noises from the living room, but once again, we cannot hear them. There we
I do have some feelers set in place, so I could try and contact them to see how valid these claims are.
That would be appreciated, because if the reality is wholesale slaughter of civilians, then I think it's time that we need to do something.
That'd be a good idea. Any major hold you have along the border. Sylvania as well.
Ooh, okay, that'll be 1,000 gold.
Get out of my house.
Kidding, I'm kidding.
Oh, Dale, your jokes are very funny. He's very
Yes.
funny, isn't he?
I
And
stare at Grim with such contempt.
He looks over at you, Ethel. Big smile on his face. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it's a very, very delicate situation. If there is war brewing, I would imagine that my people would not be too far behind. I have things I should have told you all. I suppose now is as good a time as any. I don't know how much Slayer told you all, but he and I are what are known as pilgrims. We each had our reasons, but we were sent to the different realms looking for places for our people to settle. Faerun is just one of the realms that we have managed to settle into. As far as I understand, Omni Omega, our leader, is settled here in Faerun as well. As to where we settled, I'm not completely sure. However, if war is brewing, then the Mechanicus might have something to do with it. You see, Eberron was completely destroyed. I don't know if you know this, but Eberron is a wasteland now. And he looks over at you, Saltbrook, and he gives you a solemn nod. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
We're a bit familiar.
What do you mean?
Where do you think I got the armor from?
You've been to Eberron,
I'm from Eberron.
We
right? But you didn't have this armor before.
True.
Grim, we needed
Good.
parts to help mend you.
He slowly looks down at himself.
So that's how you repaired me.
Partially.
I see. I understand. And they were dead, yes?
Yes. For years, it seemed.
He gives a sigh of relief.
All right.
Now, what I do not understand, and he puts his left arm onto his pauldron. This pauldron, you have seen it before on Hashmal, but he did not have this when he died or any time in between.
What I do not understand is how I have this. I have questions. Questions that need answering. If we are looking for answers regarding the outset of war, one of the possible things we could do is check in and find the Warforged here in the Sword Coast. However, they might not be too eager to allow organics. Most of them are not like me, you see. They're very
Also,
distrusting. What do you mean?
there's rumor of a colony to the south, below Flint Rock. We could check there, but I don't see how you mean you think the Warforged somehow start this. This is a conflict, a power conflict that's been going on for years and years. If your people are new to Faerun, then I don't see how.
Anything that... Alright, listen. The Pilgrim's job is to find weaknesses in the other realms, to prepare the realms for the arrival of the Warforged. We were sent to destabilize regions. We were sent to prepare for the settling of our people.
You what?
That is our original purpose. That is not what I did. I cannot speak for the others. Slayer is not the type to do that. He and I were both exiles. I am a juggernaut, and a Mark 10 at that. I am one of the weakest kinds of Warforged, the lowest of the low. I am unable to achieve the Indominus transformation, and I'll explain what that is. However, I am the son of a Primarch. For me not to be able to assume an Indominus transformation is disgraceful. And I have been considered a heretic. I do not believe in the divinity of the Omnissiah, and for that I was exiled, to be put to death. My father sent me as a pilgrim in order to prevent my death. As long as I am a pilgrim, I am immune from the Inquisition of the Blind Chorus. I didn't want this. The Omnissiah knows nothing but war. They will take Faerun by any means necessary. But not all Warforged believe in that. I swear my people are not what we are set out to be. We are not killers. We're not weapons. My people only want peace. But if there is war brewing, I am sure that the Omnissiah is involved some way, somehow. There is also checking in with the other factions. Asking the Coalition, asking Sylvania, asking the Federation. Trying to go from there. But Saltbrook is right. If innocents are dying, we have to do something.
Perhaps we should go straight to Hellgate Dell. Get word of confirmation from the civilians that survived. Or witnessed it.
It is a front line, so we should expect some resistance.
Why? We're civilians.
We're not civilians if we enter Hellgate Dell anymore.
Are we contracted by any military?
No.
Then we are civilians.
But they would try to keep us out.
I say we're not civilians for a simple reason. And it's not because we aren't contracted or working under a military. We are coming from a Federation town to investigate an issue that is a slaughter to the Federation. The Coalition, and if the Sylvanians are working with them, may not care about our allegiance. And it's shown that, massacre or not, they don't care much for civilians. And saying as such, we're not going to be treated as any. What I'm saying is we may have to pick a side sooner rather than later, because remaining neutral is no longer an option.
It's always an option until it's not.
That's what I just said.
Perhaps
No, it's not.
Perhaps there is some kind of neutral nation that we could contact. Some way to get into the front lines with neutrality.
I can look at the map, but the three I see is the Federation, Coalition, and Sylvania, and they're all engaged in the same spot.
We can go for humanitarian aid. They can't keep us from people who need help.
They can, and probably will.
They can try. We also have
Trying-
the changeling, and I can pass fairly easily, maybe, as a Federation Drake Warden if I decide I have the balls.
Thilden is right. We have to try something.
At this point, I don't believe trying is worth the effort. There's only doing now.
Something to remember, and I'm going to bring this up for everyone. There is another nation in between the two. One that has been spoken about before. The nation of Magna. Right here.
Someone needs some brushes.
Yes.
Sorry, there's a lot of shouting going on.
Right.
But I guess like
It's okay. It's a nation in between both sides.
we can go for the nation of cleaning brushes. So yeah, Dale will just sort of point at the map and is like, what about here?
Saltbrook. Actually, no. Ethel, give me history.
Sure, and then I kind of want to do something.
Okay. Well, before
17
you-
on the history. No,
Okay.
17 on the history.
17. Ethel, you have heard tales of a nation, the Regnum of Magna, that changed its name to the Republic of Magna. And this nation is known for being essentially a utopia, a place where no money exists, a place where all people are equal, a place where no one has to work in jobs that they are not passionate about.
Communist utopia.
And you know that this nation has long been neutral in any disputes that the Sword Coast had before the formation of the Federation. They have a history of being of providing humanitarian aid for any that need it. Their doctors are known to be some of the best in the world. Their healers are unmatched.
If that's the case, I may know a guy. Rodrigo. I am pulling. I may
okay.
know it.
You know a guy. In fact, you know a woman.
Yes, I do, and I have a thing.
Okay. Tell me.
We defected from the Legion together.
Okay.
That's my only lore. I'm coming up with this literally immediately.
I love it.
I know a guy. It's a woman. In fact, it's Marianne Birard.
Oh my fucking god. Marianne?
What
She's
is
been real
their
the whole
name?
time.
Yeah.
What's their name?
That's a great question. Name generator? Actually, no, I have several written down for cases like this. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Pog.
I literally have a notes app filled with names that I want to use in stories someday. Isaria.
Say it again? Or spell it?
Isaria. Here, I'll put it in Gen Chat.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry. That's a bad
Isaria.
habit I have. I love like doing that to, like my family, we do that to each other. I'm sorry. It's loving, I promise.
All right. Thank you.
It really is. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
We all love you.
Speaking of
Defected from the
which,
Sylvanian Legion together is known for inhabiting the mountains surrounding the Regnum of Magna as a hermit.
Okay. Damn, doing my girl dirty like that? Fine.
Well, you and her are not too different.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, no, okay. I like all right, that's fine. I see
There
what
you
you're
go.
going with.
All right.
Well, Yeah. Also,
Now
if
that
this is
you-
it. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Go for it. Go for it. What's up?
No. Also, if we're planning on going on a diplomatic mission, I can also help with the role of diplomat, if need be.
Very true.
I've done it a couple of times. I've done it 3 times. Only 2 times ended in absolute disaster. But hey, that's sort of the dice that we roll.
Well, we have a few choices. What will it be?
As much as I hate to admit it, Salt has points. We can go to Magna, gain right of passage for humanitarian aid, and use that as most of our cover. Obviously, we will be doing that, but I think we have other leads to follow.
And that does bring up another small issue.
What would that be?
The portmaster and I were unable to come to an agreement on registering the ship, so we're gonna have to do that elsewhere.
Oh my god, just pay Durrican.
It's not so much so that I was unwilling to pay, it was more so that he was rather insulting.
Insulting how?
Well, quite easily. He doesn't like any of us for any good reason. He charged what I would consider a fair price, but considering how rapidly he went down in pricing, I think he was trying to overcharge me anyway. And he believed that, of all of it, we were not worthy of piloting the craft, and that I was a bad pilot.
It'll stifle the
So
laugh.
it's a pride
Are you-
thing, isn't it?
Are you a good pilot, Solbrook?
I can keep it in the air.
Yeah,
I say that's a good pilot.
I have a hit.
I sort of just whispers like, yeah, that's putting it generously.
Hey, I didn't crash.
Yeah, because we were in the middle of open sky.
Precisely.
That's good to know for me. Dale,
Yeah.
what if you tried? Disguise
Tried.
yourself as someone that Durek and Ike doesn't know. Get yourself a license.
All right. Let's see. What role should I take for this one? I'll have to
Old,
go to my-
experienced airman.
Oh, okay.
Derek and I don't have the best history, but I can say you might at least respect me as a human.
He doesn't.
Well, elf.
He does
Gi-
not.
Give
He
me
doesn't-
10 minutes and I can alter self.
Fantastic. He doesn't
then-
respect any of us, unfortunately, so
Okay.
someone
straight
new
white
would be
man
the
respect.
perfect role.
Straight white man. Got it.
Yep, straight white
So-
man, go.
So,
I can't do it.
license, and then off to Magna, are we?
It appears so.
Well, Grim, have you ever flown an airship?
Have I flown an airship? I come from Eberron. I've flown more than an airship.
Well,
Now seems like an apt time to pull out a little funny lightning rod that I still have.
I would
one
like
of
to
these.
Do you
I'd like
pull
to
it
be
out?
petty a little
I
bit.
pull it out, yes.
I'd be like, at least we
Okay,
have
now.
one pilot.
Whip it out, Lois.
Oh my
As
God.
soon as
Okay.
you pull out the rod, Solbrook, you see Grim's eyes, like his eye sockets widen, and there's like this more of a glow in his
ooga.
eyes.
I can't believe it. A control rod?
May I? And he extends his hand to you.
I'll hand it off.
This is a beauty.
Look at the construction of this, and you immediately can see that he is just completely enamored with this thing. And he holds it in a very awkward way that you wouldn't think to hold it. And with a twist, he holds it with both hands and he twists it, and the middle opens. And you see this floating crystal being held together by an energy matrix.
Nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
He clicks it back together.
This right here is exactly what we need for our airship. With this, we're not going to have any trouble flying.
Good, I nabbed it
And-
then.
And I can teach you how to fly, Solbrook, if you'll have me, of course.
I
Well,
have
that's-
but the roughest inclination of how to do so, but I'd happily take you on as first mate.
then first mate I shall be, Captain Saltbrook.
Gotta roll a PTSD check for that real quick.
That was good, Sylvanas.
Emotional damage.
Roll a
Oh,
wisdom save.
Savage.
Roll a wisdom save for me.
wisdom save.
Yeah.
Okay, we're fine. It's gonna be a 21.
Okay. Solbrook, with your newly acquired emotional growth, you deal with it very well.
Yes.
All right.
Tap
we
the
have our header.
captain's epaulette on my fucking shoulder. Yeah.
As he says this, there is a knock on the wood next to you guys of the hallway. And standing in front of you is Gimnir. And as Gimnir stands in front of you, he has this sadness in his eyes. Hey guys.
Heading out?
Yeah. I have things that I need to do. I've already talked to Kira about this. And I don't think she's going to be heading out with you guys either. I think for us, this is goodbye. At least for now. I have training I need to do for the Lion's Gambit. Kira Stain, she's going to be working with Bosley at the market. She doesn't want to risk herself while I'm away. She'd rather just pick up a trade or something. He's taking it as well as you can imagine. We've said our goodbyes. I'm sorry that it's so sudden. But my people need me.
A wise man told me, Gimnir, that everyone has a path, and today you must follow yours.
Thank you,
I
Saltbrook.
wish to ruffle the fur atop his head with a hand.
I'm proud
Thank
to
you,
hear it.
Miguel.
I've known you
I-
since you were a cub. You're gonna do good things.
Thank you.
I'll just, extend my hand to do just like sort of a manly grasp. And she's like, look at me. Look at me. Knock him dead.
I will. Thank you, Dale. Grim, I know we've just, you've just come back. Be safe. I know this is something you must do. I know how it is with family. Be safe. Yeah. I don't think I should keep this. And he reaches out with the God Steel barrier. You're good at protecting people. Keep it for me for a while, will you? Oh, sure. Yeah, of course. I'll keep it safe. Are you sure that this would be much better served with you? Not really. I'm going to be by myself, if you count Yale. And I need to learn to be strong on my own. Without this. That's what you prefer. I understand. It'll be good. I'll come back for it when I'm stronger. All right? Whatever you decide. And he gives away the God Steel barrier. And he walks over to you, Saltbrook. And he offers you the Dragon Slayer's battle axe. You think you can make use of this?
I probably could, but are you certain you don't need this one? I know you want to be strong on your own, but Having something more than a knife is important.
I have other weapons. So long as you don't sell it. That's my one stipulation.
Not like I would want to. But if you're insistent, I won't hold you up with it.
Thank you. And he picks up a rucksack from the ground. It's time for me to figure out my own name. And time for me to get ready to find my dad. I'll come back to you.
Look.
All of you. Oh, and the date of the King's Gambit. Let me see it quick. I have the exact date. I do. King's Gambit, the Lion's Gambit will be on the 1st of Hammer, 1496, next year. That's the first day of the year. But if you can, and you manage to find us, I'll try to send letters as to where the clan is headed. But if you could be there, I'd really appreciate it.
We'll certainly try.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, that was a really funny answer.
Hell
And
yeah.
Gimnir walks up to Stormskull, and they like butt heads. Seems like it's something that they do to each other. And Gimnir opens the door, takes one last look back, smiles, and walks out. You hear on the ground the tippy-tappies of feet. Uncle Gimnir! Oh, man. He's gone, isn't he?
For
Yeah.
now.
I bet we can go catch him.
Okay. I'll meet you out there. And Eggson just passes by you guys and walks out the door. My friends, the 3rd chapter of Wyndburgh begins. The name of this chapter is... Oop. Name of this chapter is The Oncoming Storm. And I'm very excited to live this new adventure with you all. We're going to leave it here, and I will see you all next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of shouting that's going on, and I have no control over it.
It's all good, bud. All right. Good night, everyone.